of solving a right triangle. When they say solve a right triangle, you're going to want to find all the angles and all the sides, and they only give you usually two pieces of information. In this case, they say that angle A is equal to 32 degrees and side C is equal to 50 centimeters. This is what's called a general setup when they use A, B's, and C's, capital A, capital B, capital C for the angles, A, B, C, small letters for the sides. So the general labeling of a right triangle is the right angle down here is always going to be capital C. Then the other two, it doesn't matter which one is which, just randomly label them A and B. So up here, the vertex A is representing this angle right here. So we're saying that this measure of this angle is 32 degrees. And it doesn't matter if it's drawn to scale. Location is much more important than scale in this case. And to get the little letters in there, it's always going to be opposite. So opposite angle A is side little a, opposite angle B is going to be little b, opposite of the right angle C is going to be little c. So we're told that side C over here is 50 centimeters. Now to use trigonometry to find out what side A is equal to and side B is equal to, that's not too hard. The easiest one, of course, is finding the other angle given that this one's 32 degrees. Remember, the angles of a triangle have to add up to 180, and 90 of them are already taken up by this right angle. So to find this other angle down here, it's just going to be the difference of 90 and 32. Leaving us with 58 degrees for this angle down here. Now, it's your choice which one you use, but I try to get in the habit of using the information that was already given. So I'm not going to touch this 58 degrees in any of my future calculations. I want to stick with 32. So if I stick with 32 degrees, and the other given information, which is the hypotenuse, remember this side is the hypotenuse, label the other side so you can get a good idea of what they're really called. According to 32 degrees, side B is going to be the adjacent side, and opposite of that is going to be side A, so that's going to be O. So let's say I'm looking for the measure of side A. Well, I'm going to use this angle. This side is going to be opposite, and we're given the hypotenuse. So the function that does opposite and hypotenuse is sine. So I'm going to say sine of the angle, 32 degrees, is equal to opposite, in this case A, over the hypotenuse, in this case 50. And all I have to do is solve for A. Multiply both sides by 50, and you get A is equal to 50 times sine of 32 degrees. And after you type that into a calculator, you're not going to get an exact answer, you're going to get an approximation, which you really shouldn't use in further calculations, of 26.5, and the measurement here, of course, is centimeters. So this side down here is equal to 26.5 centimeters. So that leaves one last piece to figure out, side B. So if we're going to figure out side B over here, with this angle 32 degrees and the hypotenuse, this side is called adjacent, this side is called hypotenuse of this angle 32, and adjacent and hypotenuse is cosine. So we would set up cosine of 32 degrees is equal to adjacent, in this case B, over the hypotenuse, which is 50. And then the same thing, we're going to multiply both sides by 50. We're going to get B is equal to 50 times cosine of 32 degrees. And after typing it in the calculator, we get an approximation for that side, which is about 42.4 centimeters. So this side is 42.4 centimeters, approximately. And we have found every single one of the sides and all of the angles. So this triangle has been solved.